two spirits. It's either there's the devil and then there's God.
Yeah.
So the moment you're not doing gospel music, you are automatically doing it for the devil.
For the devil.
No, but the
baby, I don't wanna take advantage. I wanna see you making breakfast in no mansion. Yeah, my baby. I don't beef with nobody. In a hood now. I'm not surprised. I'm young Mike. It's getting nigga.
Unbelievers who don't know God, and you are an example to the Christians. How will you show yourself to them to say, nah, guys, you can actually come to Christ?
Find your wife.
How will I find my wife?
Yeah.
First and foremost, how will I find my wife? Let me answer it clear. You put me on the spot. You put me on the spot. I'm asking you questions. You are asking me questions.
I want to know how you're going to find your wife without dating, without kissing.
No. Not without dating. Of course, you have to get to know someone, but you need to know their parents before you start speaking to that person. That's when you will.
Nah, bro. How will you know she hasn't been around, bro? Girls can lie and say she's virgin, and how will you know she is?
Now you cannot lie about it. No.
Girls can lie and say
when you lie, it's just
she can lie. She can lie to you and say I'm a virgin. I don't have to like put this out there, but I'm gonna put it. You know.
Yes.
I have this thing of fasting. Before I release something, I fast upon it. Okay. For what? For my breakthrough. While I know I'm fasting for it, and it actually happens. Why? Why is it happening?
That's an upcoming artist, and most of the things they do when they are shooting music, you know, they smoke, they drink, and then do all those things. Do you do it? But it's all mostly I see it's all. That's what I don't understand about most of these Christians in our generation.
If that's the case, then it's too late for me to change, bro.
No, you can always change.
I mean, I don't know. You're putting me in a spot. Bro. I don't know. Number one recording. Camera 2 recording. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Live.
Yeah, we're live.
Okay, welcome, what up, good people, and welcome back to the Revival podcast. And I'm not alone. I'm here with your favorites, Mr. Young Mike. May you please introduce yourself, man, for the people and stuff.
Yo, what's happening, everybody? I go by the name of Young Mike. Yeah, musical artist based in the south side of Johannesburg. And I'm here today with my homie here.
We're here to just, for just quick questions that sure. I believe that it's gonna help someone out there.
Yeah.
And I didn't come here just like this, man. I came prepared, like I was saying.
Yeah.
I did my research.
I see.
You're a public figure, so I had to go deep into your music and stuff.
Yeah.
And yes, like you said, you're an artist. You're an upcoming artist.
Yeah.
And I see, you will be impacting our upcoming generation.
True.
And yeah, I respect that. So I wanted to get to know you. I want the viewers, because most of the people just listen to your music, but they don't really know you. Yeah. So I wanted to start from the beginning. Who is Young Mike?
I believe Young Mike is a hardworking young artist. And I always describe myself as hardworking because I always put in the work. I always push myself to stay focused, and I'm just trying and hoping for my breakthrough. Yeah.
Okay. How did the music thing start? Let me not say how did you start your career, but how did you start music? How did it start? You just woke up and then you're like, nah, let me start music.
I won't lie to you, bro. Music is something that grew in me. Okay. I didn't just wake up one day and decide that I'm trying to do music or want to be a musician, but it's something that I feel like was made for me, because I didn't decide, bro. I just started having so much love for music ever since I was really, really young.
Okay.
I've always wanted to be a musician, so it's something that grew in me. I didn't decide to have what I have,
Okay, I see. When did you start because I would say now, like, I'm a construction engineer.
Yeah.
I do podcast and stuff. I
Yeah.
do construction engineering. I would say that the first time I started doing houses, I think it's the time I was like, I think 7 or 8 years old. I remember playing with maths the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
You know, I think I was in grade 5, grade 4. That's when I knew I was like,
So
you
you're
know,
into the
I'm into this
construction.
construction and stuff.
Yeah.
And then with time, I forgot about it now, with time. And then, you know, how can I say it? At the time I was in grade 10, and then we got introduced into EGD.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, man, I have done this thing before, you know. I felt like, you know, this thing have been done before.
Yeah.
And then with time, and then, you know, college came, I was like, nah, this is for me. So I want to know, like, when, like, exactly, like, the time, like, you said, nah, this was my first song I made.
Okay.
You know, something like that.
My first ever recorded song, I was about 11 years old.
11 years old.
Yeah, mind you, I would say I grew up in studio because my stepdad is a music producer.
Okay,
And
okay,
the studio used to be in my room. So whenever he had clients and all that, I'd always like watch these guys record, and that's where I actually got my motivation from. But he didn't take me serious, of course. I was young. You know, I was young.
Yeah.
But like my first song ever recorded, I was about 11 years old.
Okay.
I don't remember when was that, but I was about 11 years old.
11, and then you were like, nah.
Yeah.
And then with time, because I remember in high school, I remember it was in Matric when
Yeah.
you performed.
Yeah.
You performed. And I was like, hey, I know young Mike is, you know, he's a musician and stuff. But like, when did you like start performing like at huge events, you know,
My
crowd and
first
stuff?
performance ever, I remember it was actually in high school, in grade 8.
Okay.
That was actually when, because I was a musician, but I was too quiet about it. I was shy about it. I was low key about it because I was not sure how people would take me.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
But the very first time I actually performed in front of an audience, it was back in high school in grade 8, and then that's when I realized that this is something that, you know.
This is like,
Yeah.
okay. This
Yeah.
is, I think like I will be doing this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. True. Something like that.
Or something like that. Okay,
Yeah.
I see. Do you think like maybe like in your family someone have been doing music beside you, or maybe like your granny, or I don't know, someone in the background, or are you the first one in the family?
I don't think so. I don't think there was actually someone doing music in my family. I feel like I'm the only one because, I mean, they have a lot of criticism about music. They don't think that music can get me, you know,
Or the way you
wealthy
want to be and
or
stuff.
something like that. They think that I have to use the other route and use shortcuts in order for me to you know, like have a breakthrough in the music industry. They believe I have to, you know, sell my soul or whatever. You know?
Oh, it's like you know our black parents. You
Yeah.
know? They don't. They
Yeah.
only believe like you have to be a lawyer. It's
You
if
need
you're
to be
not
a
a lawyer, you
doctor,
have to be a
you need to be a
doctor, an
doctor and all that.
engineer.
Yeah.
You have to do all these other things
Yeah.
for you to make it. So how do you fight those type of discouragements?
Well, for now, it's I'm no longer fighting it because it's to a point where they're like, he's grown, he knows what he wants for
Yeah,
himself,
yeah,
so
yeah.
let him do what he has to do, you know. But back then it wasn't like that. Also because I was under their roof and stuff, so they actually didn't want nothing to do with my music. But it's only now that they're being supportive about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's legit. That's good, man.
It was tough growing up here.
It was tough. You know, with everyone, it's always like that thing of like, your parent like you have to prove them wrong.
You have to
know?
prove them wrong.
That type of things.
Yeah, you need to prove them wrong.
Either you prove them wrong or you let your talents die inside.
Exactly.
Die inside. And on that also I wanted to ask like your name, Young Mike. Is that like on the ID?
No.
Young Mike.
No. Well, like I said,
Uh-uh.
that name Young Mike was given to me by my stepdad. When I recorded my first song, I didn't even have a name for myself when I recorded. I was just Mike, I think. And then he just put the young before the mic, and then it stuck to me ever since. And then I had to remind myself that I have to be this guy. That's why I actually got it tattooed on my arm.
Okay.
So every morning it reminds me that I need to be this guy.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Okay,
yeah.
I see.
So it's like a thing of Young Mike forever. It's not gonna change, even if
Mr.
I'm
Young
old.
Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went, like I told you, like at the beginning, I was doing some research, and I went on YouTube. I was watching most of the music that you post.
Yeah.
The music page is actually Young Mike,
SA.
Young Mike essay with a small essay, because at first I was like Young Mike. It wasn't coming out, it was giving me other artists.
Yeah.
And then the time I typed Young Mike with an essay at the end, and then
And
it
it
came
popped
out.
up. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was checking the music. You mostly into love music, if I can say. Most of the songs that I listen to, they were mostly into love. Why do you make like love music?
Not really love. Maybe the ones you listen to is mostly about love. But like I said, I'm an artist. I don't have a specific genre that I focus on. I focus on hip hop. I focus on Afro beats. Anything that
I'm a piano.
I could jump on it.
Okay.
You know, I could jump on it, no lies. So I wouldn't say I have a specific genre that I'm working on, but anything I feel at that moment is you know what I'm gonna do. And if you're speaking about love, it's because I use my emotions to make my music. So if I was recording about love, it's because of how I was feeling at that moment. Maybe I was in love when I recorded that song.
Okay.
You know, so it all goes. Yeah, it all goes with my emotions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like you don't like say, nah, I only perform like gospel thingy, not. I wanted to say gospel. No, I wanted to say like, do you only perform like love songs or rap? So you like
no. It depends on the. Let me just say, it depends on the event. Obviously, if it's a wedding, you can't perform, you know, gangster music at a wedding.
Okay.
I'll obviously have to perform like love songs at a wedding. If I'm at a high school event, you know, they like jumping, so I have to give them something that's gonna keep the energy jumping, you know.
Okay, I see.
So it all depends on the kind of event
you into.
Yeah.
No, I see. That's good, man. That's a lot of how can I say, influence to the youth out there.
Yeah.
So since you don't perform on love, but I wanted to ask, what is love? I'm not putting you on the spot.
No, you're not. Love,
I
feel like the more we grow, the more we understand what love is, and love is just a feeling. I feel like love is just a feeling.
Okay.
So yeah,
it's just a feeling.
I don't know how to explain it, but I know that it's just a feeling. You know, it's something you have for somebody. Not just somebody, but like anything. You know, you can love your dog, you can love food, you know, you can love. Don't
you think there's like levels to love? Because you cannot just love your dog, and that same love you love it with your girlfriends or your mom or your dads.
With girlfriends it's different.
Okay.
I see with girlfriends as you chasing a feeling, you're not chasing love. Because you can be with somebody and there's no love, but you're with them because there's respect and there's loyalty. You know, so in terms of relationships, I prioritize respect and loyalty, and then comes love. Yeah, I feel like love should be loved. You should respect me and be loyal to me, because that's how you love me. Yeah,
you cannot say you disrespect someone and then you say you love them.
It makes no sense. Yeah.
Okay, I see. And when it comes to that, I wanted to also ask, I wanted to tap into your spiritual life.
Yeah.
Are you spiritual? Like,
yeah.
Do you belong to any religion?
Yeah. I'm actually Christian. I'm a believer. Yeah.
You're a Christian?
Yeah.
Christian. Okay. That's good, man. That's good. So when it comes to the type of music that you make, man, how would you define like a Christian?
How would I define a Christian?
Yes.
Someone
Who
who's
is a Christian?
Someone who puts God first in
Okay.
everything that they do, and obviously believes in God. I feel like that's how we define Christians or believers in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone who puts God first.
Yeah, in everything. Before anything else.
Before anything.
God first, yeah.
But if I'm also a Christian, I will be also answering these questions along with you. So I'm like, if you say like you're putting the principles of God in France, then if the word Christianity, what do you think? The word Christian comes from the book of, when you're reading the book of Acts. The first time they started calling people who believed in Christ Christians, it's because they saw that they were walking like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And that's why they were calling them Christians actually. That's where the word Christian came from. Yeah.
Okay.
So now you're saying you are a Christian, isn't it? You say you're Christian. I'm not. This podcast is not here to judge. It's a free podcast. We share ideas, and not only ideas. We like. How can I put it straight? I don't want it to be like a controversial thing where like I'm putting you on the spot or I'm judging the things that you're doing now.
No.
I want to get to hear your point of view on why you call yourself a Christian.
Okay, I call myself a Christian because number one, I grew up in a very religious family.
Okay.
We were forced to go to church every Sunday, and that's how I felt like I got to know more about the Bible. I got to know more about being a Christian. And I got to be a Christian because my mom is fully a Christian, so...
Okay. Have you ever had a personal experience with God?
I have.
You have?
I have.
Okay.
I have had a personal experience with God. I felt His presence, and I feel like we all have, man. Yeah, in different ways.
Okay.
Because remember, God wouldn't come to you like in His flesh, but He will speak to you in different ways, bro.
Have you been baptized again? As in, you see, like I'm asking all these questions because I'm trying to see, like, have you been, if let's say, are you like a Christian according to what the Bible says, or are you a Christian on how you understand it?
I'm Christian of how I understand it. And you asked me if I was baptized. Yeah. I was baptized in 2014.
Okay. Why? What led you to be baptized?
I felt like the church I was going to, I don't know if we were forced, but somehow it felt like the youth had to be forced to baptize to be in a certain level.
Would you say it's people who forced you, or you made your own?
No, because remember, they asked if we want to do it, and I accepted it.
Okay.
You know, and I accepted it because I don't even remember what the reason was at that moment, but it was obviously for a different stage in the church.
Okay.
You had to be baptized to be at a certain level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So with according to the Bible, if I can explain, to say a Christian is a person who have experienced God personally.
Yeah.
And realized that he's a sinner, and that person have repented. By repenting, that person did what? That person also went to the water and got baptized from the water, and then after that he started walking the walk of Christ. That's the definition of a Christian.
Yeah.
I don't know, would you say you are living by that standard?
I feel so.
Okay. Because a Christian is a person who has the Spirit of God in them. Meaning the same Jesus Christ that was walking on this earth, that's the same person who we're supposed to be reflecting our life with.
Yeah.
So now I'm asking, are you living like a Christian? According to the definition of
being a Christian.
Yeah, of like according to the definition of reflecting the life of Christ.
Okay, so if you say living like a Christian, do you mean like waking up to prayer every day, sleeping to prayer every day, before anything you do, you involve prayer? Is that what you mean?
Basically, yes, but just to do like how the Bible wants you to do it. Meaning, like Jesus Christ was praying, yes, he was. He was going to church every day, yes, he was. But there's specific things that you cannot do as a Christian, and it will be considered as sin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the standard in which I'm asking you on.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, we're all humans.
Yeah.
And we all make mistakes. I wouldn't even say I'm perfect to be like Jesus Christ, as you say, But in terms of knowing the Bible, including prayer and everything that I do, I believe that I am living like I'm a Christian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we had to put you, let me put you on the spot actually.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Okay, nice.
Let me put you on the spot. If let's say for an example, Jesus Christ was living in your body, do you think he was gonna do the type of music you're doing?
Nah.
Why?
I mean, they call our type of music world music.
Worldly music.
Yeah. It's world music. It's music that stays on earth even if I die. It's not gonna go with me to heaven, you see. So I'll have to make music that's gonna be speaking and spreading what is in the Bible, meaning like gospel. So I have to make gospel music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, will you say you are a Christian because Jesus Christ wouldn't do the things you are doing?
Bro, you know, like I say Jesus Christ was different, bro.
But he asks, you see, when you are born, like you say you're a Christian, that you have to behave like him, you know? You have to be like him.
Yeah.
So will you still identify yourself as a Christian?
Yeah. I mean, even how can I say it? I don't even know. It's in my head, but I don't know how to put it out.
Okay.
But like, I mean, I don't know. You're putting me in the spot. Bro. I don't know.
But I just wanted to hear your point of view. But I wanted to put you in the spot. It feels nice sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, nah, wait, I hear you. I'll let you take this one. I'll let you take this one.
Okay. Let's go. I wanted to ask you like 3 or 2 questions, and then we'll move on to the next topic.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you on the type of music you're making. Do you think you can ever make a gospel song? Because you said from the beginning, you said you can make, you're into anything. You said love, you know, all these other things. Do you think
I would make a gospel song if I had to perform at a church?
Okay.
You understand? But remember one thing, bro. We're living in earth, and in earth, if we want to survive music, we have to feed the people what they want to hear.
So which type of people are you feeding?
People who listen to my music. People I don't even know, but like I'm just feeding. You know, the youth. Mostly youth, the people that listen to my music. You know, because I feel like if I had to release gospel music, I'll just have a certain number of audience. Only believers will listen to my music.
Okay.
And that's not what I'm targeting, to be honest with you. You know, it's not everybody that believes. Everyone has the answers and questions about being Christians or about being believers. You know?
Okay. So your music, are you making them for Christians, or are you making it for worldly people?
It's obviously for worldly people because I hardly speak about Christianity in the music.
Yeah. Okay.
I mostly speak about things I go through. Like I said, I use music. I use my emotions to make music. Yeah.
I see. So when it comes to, you said you feeding the worldly people, and I ask you about the Christians. You said you can feed them, but it's just gonna be a specific number of.
It would, like you said, if I had to make gospel music, I'd probably be feeding a church.
But you wouldn't do it like for yourself, because you're a Christian. You want to serve God, you know, in that way. Because
I mean, you know, if God had to come to me and be like, do it, I'm gonna do it, bro.
Don't you think you have to first approach God and ask him why you do what you do?
I don't know, bro. You know, like I feel like what I have now is all by the grace of God.
Okay.
You know, and if I'm sitting here today, it's by the grace of Him too.
True.
So He knew I was gonna be like this.
But no.
You know, He put it in me.
Okay.
You understand? And to be honest with you, gospel music, it sells, bro. But that's the most difficult music to push because, bro, there are a lot of people that will not listen to it.
Yeah, like the majority is the worldly music.
Yeah.
And then the minority is just small Christians.
Exactly.
And I see on that. So the point I wanted to make is, since you say you're a Christian and then you are serving God, don't you think it will be also the right thing to do by serving God by making gospel music? And not only that,
yeah.
In my view, I think there is 2 spirits. It's either there's the devil and then there's God.
Yeah.
So the moment you're not doing gospel music, you are automatically doing it for the devil.
For the devil? Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm doing it to like speak to people, bro. I'm trying to be the voice of people that can't even speak. Because if I was doing it to the devil, for the devil, I would have been including drugs in my music. I would have been including guns in my music. All bad stuff, bro.
Okay.
And my music doesn't resolve about any bad vibes or any bad thing. It's just about like, you know, spreading humans, bro.
Okay. So like you just there for like I don't know, like you said, you just according to you express yourself.
I use it to express myself basically. You know.
But it's a message which you are
and it's a message
out.
that I'm taking out for real. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I get you on that point. So when it comes to Christianity, you will still call yourself a Christian?
I'll still call myself a Christian because
even though you don't do what Christianity wants you to do.
I mean, bro, like there's two sides of me, right?
Okay.
There's the music side and there's obviously the religious side of me.
Also, you know, Christ is on one side.
Me saying I'm a Christian, yes, I am a Christian, but I'm not gonna like, you know, make gospel music to prove that I am a Christian.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
It won't even symbolize that I am, just because there are other. Let me tell you something, bro. You know, I know gospel artists, bro.
Yeah.
And they are the worst people that you'll have to meet, bro, because they are not godly like how they speak about God in their music.
Okay.
You know.
I wouldn't say anything, but I will just. Because I will listen, because I'm not in the music industry.
Yeah.
I've
seen gospel artists do the weirdest shit, bro.
Okay.
You understand?
Would you call them hypocrites?
I don't want to judge, but I don't know.
But that's not judging. But you know, a Christian is a person who shows their fruits.
Yeah, they do show their fruits, but everybody out there thinks that this guy is holy because of what he says in his music, always releasing gospel music, not knowing how he's living, bro.
Okay, I see.
Not knowing how he's living. So I don't think music can determine whether you're Christian or not, bro. I feel like it's just you and your spirit. You know, there's other ways of spreading the gospel, and it doesn't have to be through music.
But by just you on Instagram, hey man, on YouTube you popping now. Like there's a lot of like you just spoke and you said your music is mostly on the upcoming generation.
Yeah.
You know, and your influence, it can be a really hectic influence on their mindset and the way they think. Would you want a Christian who's born again to listen to the type of music that you listen to? Or maybe would you, if I can put it like this, if let's say someone had to, let's say young Mike is a Christian, I also want to be a Christian. The way in which he makes his music, that's how I want to live my life. Do you think you are attracted that person to Christ or to the other way?
I don't know. I don't even think like.
Because like, I know your music.
I know there's serious Christians out there that won't even listen to my music because they see it as worldly music.
Okay.
You know, there are people that don't even listen to any music at all except, you know,
the unbelievers.
The gospel music.
Okay.
Like you, do you listen to music?
No, I don't.
What music do you listen to?
I only listen to gospel music.
Exactly.
I only listen to gospel music. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's people like you that only listen to gospel music.
But I'm talking about the unbelievers who don't know God, and you are an example to the Christians. How would you show yourself to them to say, nah, guys, you can actually come to Christ? At the same time, you are doing what they are doing.
I feel you, but like, at the end of the day, it's a choice, bro. You know, and you choose where you want to go in life. If you want to take that route, you will take it, and you don't need me. It has to start with you, bro.
But you're a big influencer,
I am an influencer, but there's like categories upon influencers, bro.
I'm talking about the unbelievers who want to change their lives.
To change their lives to become like what, Christians?
Yeah, like you're a Christian, they want to be like you as a Christian.
Yeah.
But do you think they still have to do the things for the worldly stuff?
I don't know, man. Like again, we're living in the world, bro, and it's just, I don't know. I really don't know, bro. But I feel like it has to start with them, bro. I don't need to influence anyone to be Christian, bro. You know, it has to start with you.
Because like with me, if I'm a Christian, I'm a living example to the people that are not Christian.
Yeah.
If I go out there and I start, speaking, they must know, this guy is speaking quite different.
Yeah.
Well, what type of religion does he really believe in?
Yeah.
And then there will be attracted by the type of manner in which I carry myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
As Christians, we have to be different from the world. That's what the meaning of a Christian is.
So does that mean I'm half Christian because I don't speak the gospel in my music?
I'm not gonna say you are half Christians, but I'm gonna say you you still have to learn what's the life of a Christian really have to be like,
Yeah.
Like that's what I will say. That's what I will say.
So I won't be accepted in heaven, basically.
Yes.
Because I'm making worldly music.
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because it's biblical. People who are called Christians are people who act like Christ. They say you will see them by their fruits. Those type of things.
Nah, it's understandable, bro. Like, again, I don't really know more about the Bible.
Why don't you wanna know more about the Bible?
Bro, I don't know more like how you know. I mean, you take your time to read the Bible.
Because I'm a Christian.
And because you're a Christian. But like, I feel like being a Christian is just being a believer, bro.
But you can do anything you want.
And putting God, first. If God didn't want me to do what I'm doing right now, I wasn't going to be where I'm at.
No.
Yeah, no, I say it like that, bro.
Okay.
Because, number one, I don't have to like put this out there, but I'm going to put it.
Yes.
I have this thing of fasting. Before I release something, I fast upon it.
Okay.
For what? For my breakthrough. And whenever I fast upon it, bro, there's changes. Why are there changes? Why do I see things differently? Why is there a difference in the music and the way the marketing goes and everything goes? After I fast, bro, everything I see things clearly. And if I'm fasting for my breakthrough, I actually do get a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Maybe my numbers increase. Maybe somebody calls me and says, "Yo, I heard this. Let's do something." Why does that happen? And while I know I'm fasting for it, and it actually happens, why is it happening?
That's a very good point you just mentioned. Christianity can be used as a tool to go through depression, through hard time, but a true Christian is a person who lives a life of Christ. Because we have a lot of false preachers out there, they're making businesses. They're using the name of God. In that sense, I can say anyone can use the name of Jesus Christ and they can get what they want. That's how it is. But for you to be a true Christian who will be accepted in heaven, you need to live like Christ.
Makes sense. I mean, we all have our opinions, bro. And that could be your opinion.
Valid points.
That could
valid
be
point. That's what we hear on the podcast. Like we're sharing opinions. And I believe.
I feel like, bro, we don't need to be like Jesus to be Christian. We can't be perfect. Jesus was perfect.
But he said you can.
We can't, bro. We can't be perfect. Like right now, you don't even know how many times you sinned today.
That's true.
You don't know how many times you sinned today. And when you go home, what you're gonna do? You're gonna pray for forgiveness.
For forgiveness.
As well as me. When I go home, I'm also gonna pray for forgiveness.
But there's a difference between sinning purposely and sinning unpurposely.
I mean, I don't know if making music is a sin.
But you're not doing. If I ask you, like, if Christ was in your body, do you think he was gonna do what you're doing? And then you say it's a no.
Nah. Obviously not, bro.
So do you think
Christ is perfect, bro? We're not perfect.
But he wants us to be perfect.
But we're not.
Yeah, we are not. Yes, we are not.
And we can't be.
No,
perfect.
we can.
We cannot be perfect.
We can with the
how are we gonna? Perfect means you're not gonna sin at all.
No,
that's perfect. Perfect is no mistakes at all.
No, perfection in that sense we cannot. In that sense we cannot. But if you're trying to say that we can, to our strongest ability, to not make sin, we can get to that point.
I feel you.
But as in like perfect, like nah, bro, because every day we walk in the streets, we see someone wearing somehow, and you're tempted just by looking, and then you cannot tell me
somehow how.
Okay, you cannot tell me that a person is wearing a skirt that is revealing, showing everything, and then you look and you telling me you're not gonna have different type of thought in your head.
It depends. It really depends. I feel like if I'm looking at at like, I don't want to use the word prostitute, but
Okay.
I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
If I'm looking at a prostitute, bro, nothing will come into my mind. It's just be like, she's selling.
She's selling.
She's obviously selling. If she's wearing like that, it's probably because she's selling.
Of course.
You understand?
So anyone you looking like, not anyone who's dressing in that manner, will you call them a prostitute, even though they are not?
Nah.
That's actually a good topic.
Nah.
Okay. So what's the definition of a prostitute according to how they are wearing? This is I want to put you on the
A
spot.
prostitute, I believe like a prostitute is somebody who actually gives it for money.
Okay.
That's what a prostitute.
But that's what a prostitute
Some
is.
prostitutes even wear long dresses, but they don't even show their bodies.
Good points. That's a very good
You
point.
understand?
Valid
They don't
point
even show
here.
their body. But like now we live in a world where there's like so many fashion, and it became to a point where short things became fashion.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
female especially. You understand? So not everybody that wears short things
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
prostitute, and we'll never know, but you will know.
Yeah.
You'll never
by their
know,
fruits.
but you'll know. If you see someone standing at that same corner every day, with that same shot every day, what will come to your mind, bro? Like, why is she standing there?
Okay. What's your view on marriage actually? This thing of girlfriends and boyfriends as someone who's a Christian, do you think is a normal thing?
Of what? Boyfriends and girlfriends?
Boyfriend and girlfriend, you go, you sleep around, you kiss, you touch, without getting married. Do you think is a sin? Don't you think we'll call that like prostitution?
Do you have a girlfriend?
No,
Have you dated before?
of course.
And how did you see it? You saw it as a sin,
Yes,
so now you don't date at all.
at all. I'm waiting for marriage.
How will you marry someone if you don't have a girlfriend, bro? Like,
No.
how will you marry someone if you don't have a girlfriend? You need
I'm not speaking in that sense.
Yeah.
In what sense am I speaking? As in, you see, dating in our generation is when you're dating someone, you have to kiss, you have to
So you don't kiss,
intercourse,
dog.
you have to intercourse.
You don't do none of that.
I do it in the olden way. I do it in the olden version. I do it in the olden version. You have to get to know someone just by speaking, talking to them. That's the religious and the proper way.
Yeah.
Because in our generation is the thing of we're like, you're busy kissing, you're busy doing intercourse, and that is, don't you think that is prostitution?
Nah, bro.
What is adultery? What is adultery then? What is adultery?
Bro, I don't think so, dog.
What is adultery?
So. I really don't think so, bro. If that's the case, then 90% of us aren't going to heaven.
I'm telling you. Can you say?
Or even 99% of us aren't going to heaven. If that's the case, bro, all of us are not entering. It's empty. It's actually empty out there. If because, bro, like we're living in a world, bro, and they say the world is the devil's playground.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, a lot of people are in relationships, bro. A lot of people go through relationships and that leads them into marriage, bro.
But
You understand?
But don't you think?
My question is, how are you gonna know you want to marry this person if you're not even dating them? You're just gonna go to her and say, I wanna marry you. You don't even know her, you're not dating her. You go to her and say, I wanna marry you.
No, to get to know someone, it's a different story from dating in our generation.
But we need to date, bro.
What extent? To what extent?
I
That's
mean,
the problem.
to that extent where I know that, bro, you could be my wife.
Know her like how?
I should know her, like really know her, bro.
Like in the intercourse way.
Yeah.
Young Mike.
Bruh, like, I don't know, bro. You seem to know so much about the Bible now, but what I can say is, if that's the case, 99% of us are not making it.
Okay, let's put it like this, ne? You had a hypothetically, ne? You have a daughter. Will you allow her to get boyfriends that will be busy in and out,
Obviously,
in and out?
I wouldn't allow her, but as she grows, bro, you know we're human, dog. As she becomes a teenager, you can tell your daughter not to do this and she'll still do it behind your back.
How would you educate her not to get to that wrongdoing?
I mean, as a parent, you obviously have to educate your daughter.
Yeah, how would you educate her?
How would I educate her? I would probably like tell her that, you know what, you're not ready for this. Just wait till you're old enough to be ready for this. That's all I can tell her.
Okay.
It's not like she will listen to me, because behind your back she could be doing stuff that you don't know as a parent. You understand? understand.
So are you in a religious, like I'm talking about a religious family?
Yeah.
You know, like your dad is strict, your mom is strict.
Yeah.
The church that you go to, it's like I'm talking about strict people. You know. You know, you're talking about you guys most of this generation. They consider Muslims to be like religious people, but I envy the way they live their life actually.
Okay, I have a question for you. How will you find your wife?
How will I find my wife?
Yeah.
First and foremost, how will I find my wife? Let me answer it clear. You put me on the spot. You put me on the spot. I'm asking you questions. You are asking me questions.
I want to know how you're going to find your wife without dating, without kissing.
No. Not without dating. Of course, you have to get to know someone, but you need to know their parents before you start speaking to that person. That's when you will.
Nah, bro.
I'm telling you, man. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
You have to first to get to know their parents
Before you get to know them.
No. You act. You like until you wanna see the person. You wanna say, nah, this person is actually, you know, I'm interested in this person.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, sharp. Let me go and approach her. Now you don't want to disrespect the parents. You wanna honor the parents. So you go and see the parents. You're like, can I please speak to your daughter? You know, in that type of manner. We're talking about a high value man. You don't want to do jigga stuff, meaning you make someone pregnant, you run away. That's why we have a lot of pregnancy in this generation. People are getting married, they are not virgins. And as a high value man, you wouldn't pay Lobola 100K to a person who's not a virgin. Will you?
Bro.
Young Mike, bro, I'm talking about the future.
I would, bro. I would, like, if you...
Well, you're not a virgin, you pay Lobola.
I mean,
someone came with that person I've already been around.
But that's how it is, bro. That's but you didn't answer my question. How will you find your wife? How will you know she's the one for you?
How will I know? First and foremost, man.
Besides the parents, I'm talking about you and her.
Okay, as a Christian, I will pray about it.
Yeah.
I will pray about it. And if God shows me signs, and then I will approach her.
Alright.
After approaching her, I'll go to the parents.
So what do you say when you approach her? What do you say when you approach her?
No, but you get to know someone.
You become friends.
Yeah, you get to know someone with a good intention. From the beginning, you tell her, I'm interested in you.
Okay.
You know, in that manner.
Okay.
And then after that, you speak to the parents.
No, man. We're not involving the parents. I'm trying to talk about you and her. So you tell her you're interested in her, and then what? You'll be friends for 4 years and then marriage? Or what?
No, I will not. I'm going to get to know her.
How?
As by speaking only.
So you won't touch her?
I won't touch her.
For how long?
6 months.
So you can marry someone after 6 months.
After praying for something, dog. You of course you are sure of it.
You need to be marriage, bro. Marriage is something that you need to be sure of, bro.
That's why you need to pray. That means you don't believe in a God that you pray to for.
I do believe in a God, but
and
bro,
do you believe that He can answer prayers?
Like, here's the thing: before you marry someone, you should know them. What if the girl you marry, she's sick?
You have to go and test before you get married. You have to go test, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know, but I honestly, guys, I disagree with that, bro. I really disagree.
You are in this new generation, and you guys have this type of new mindset, which is okay, but I don't think it's a good mindset because it's leading to. Dudes, look at America today, dog.
Yeah.
It's this type of mindset that's destroying the world.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't think it's a good way of doing things. I wouldn't allow my daughter to be moving around. And then when it's the time for marriage, like, I'm talking about a high value man. I'm talking about maybe someone who has million and you want someone with quality. And I'm talking about quality, not a person who has been around. Because how
will you know she hasn't been around, bro? Girls can lie and say she's virgin, and how will you know she is?
No, you cannot lie about it. No.
Girls can lie and say
when you lie, it's just
she can lie. She can lie to you and say I am a virgin. How will you know she's not?
How will you know she's? Then you will have to find out. You have to trust her.
How?
You have to.
You will trust her because she's giving you her word, bro. You will trust her if she ain't a virgin.
If she ain't a virgin,
and you gonna pay Lobola for her, she says she's not a virgin.
Oh, then you gonna go. But if you love the person, you are willing to stay with the person, and that is fine. But I'm talking about a marriage that is gonna last forever. dude, you'll have to be honest from the let-go. You see?
Yeah.
You'll have to be honest to each other from the let-go. Otherwise, there will be divorce. Otherwise, the guy will be asking for his money back. You know? And I don't think that will be more comfortable. Maybe lawyers will be involved. Things like that.
Makes sense. But like, I disagree, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I highly disagree with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you prefer like girlfriends and boyfriends, you sleep around?
Not sleeping. Not necessarily sleeping around, bro. You need to know someone, bro, before you marry them. In that term of being your girlfriend, you must know if she's gonna cheat on you or not, bro.
Yeah.
If she's loyal to you or not, bro.
That's why before you have to pray about it. And like, I'm talking about you fasting. You just mentioned something good about fasting, which I really enjoyed, and I was so interested. You know, in that thing of, for you to post something, you fast so that God must open doors. You know, in that same manner, you can fast. I'm talking about maybe a month just fasting and asking for God to give you guidance from who to approach. And I think that's the best way you can ever do it. And then after that, you just get to know the person, because from the beginning your foundation was based on God.
When you get married, you must invite me, though.
Definitely.
Yeah,
in the next 2 years, actually.
In the next 2 years, but you don't know who you're gonna marry.
Don't worry, man. I will find out. I'll have to pray about it.
Yeah, no. You'll find someone to marry, bro. But she can lie to you and say she ain't a virgin, bro.
But I don't think she will, because before I go to her, I will first pray. And I know God won't lead me to someone who's gonna ruin my life.
I believe so.
You see, in that type of sense.
Yeah,
that type of sense.
I feel it. But again, bro, we're different, bro.
But we are Christian, we're supposed to have the same principles. That's what I don't understand about most of these Christians in our generation.
If that's the case, then it's too late for me to change, bro.
No, you can always change. That's what we call repentance. Repentance is regretting what you're doing. Yeah. And then changing and becoming a new person. You see?
Yeah.
Like that.
So, okay, no, it's fine. Let's move on to the next topic.
You wanted to say something. You wanted to say something.
I know, it's okay, man. Let's move on, bro.
Okay. Yeah, we just spoke about religion, which was a hectic topic.
Yeah.
And
I highly disagree with some of the stuff you were saying, though. I mean,
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm a Christian, like biblically, like I follow biblical principles. Yeah. And that's why I call myself a Christian. Yeah. But are you a Christian just by the word Christian, or you do biblical? Like, your deeds have to show that you're a Christian. You don't only pray only when you want to post a song, only when you want to post somewhere, that's when you pray, but your life, you don't live like a Christian. Do you think it's the right thing to do? And then let's move on to the next topic. Just answer that one.
Yeah, I feel like it is, bro. Like, if you put God in everything that you do, bro, automatically I believe you're a Christian.
Don't you think we're just using God?
We're not using Him. God knows when you are using Him, bro.
No.
God knows when you are using Him.
What about these false preachers? All these people who are making money
He knows,
in the name of God.
He knows they're being used, and at the end they will be judged for that, bro.
Okay.
At the end we'll all be judged for what we're doing, bro. If I feel like if I was using God, I wouldn't get stuff that I pray for.
No, even them, when they pray for sick people, dude, sick people get healed.
I feel like they pay for that, bro.
Oh.
They pay people to act for all that stuff, bro.
But
I've went to a church, I don't want to name it.
Okay.
That guy cured HIV. Don't you think everybody who had HIV would go to him? Don't you think everybody who couldn't walk would go to him?
Okay. Nah, that's a good point you raised. But me, I believe that God can answer prayers, even to those that don't believe. For the moments that they just feel like, nah, this is the right moment for me to talk to God. Boom.
Let's move on, dog.
Young Mike, Mr. Young Mike. Now let's go back to your music career. Where do you see yourself like in the next 3 years?
Somewhere better than now.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sure where, but like somewhere better than now.
Don't you have like a picture in your mind? You're like, this is where I want to be.
I see myself out there, bro, living my dream. 3 years. 3 years is actually a good amount of time for me to put in work. So I just see myself living my dream.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I was looking at your page, I realized that you don't mostly do collab with other musicians And also on Instagram, I haven't seen you with all these upcoming artists. Why don't you do that? Like you're so isolated.
I'm really not, bro. I was at a label and they took down my music.
Okay.
I had a whole lot of collaborations. I had a whole lot of albums, a whole lot of projects. So the stuff that you're seeing now is just
the recent ones.
Yeah, it's recent stuff.
I saw a video. It was 5 years. I think that's the only collab I saw. It was you did a video. There was a video that you did with Mfana. It's Mfana.
That was before I was signed. That's why it's still under me.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's still on my page and all that. But like where I was before, it's just it's just a small fight, and then it led to them taking down all my stuff.
Oof. Don't you think that's it was like a big discouragement? So what's actually motivated you to continue?
It really put me down because it's like all that hard work for what? All that hard work for nothing.
But you still managed. I think you posted a song. It was
time for me to get my comeback, bro. Because I was trying to make music, but my feeling wasn't there. So I had to take a break from the music.
Okay.
And I did. I took a break from it, and I feel like now is the time that I'm coming back. I mean, with everything that I have in my archives, I feel like this year will be different. Because I literally spent the whole year last year quiet.
Yeah.
No shows and nothing at all. Yeah.
So a lot of collabs will be coming. That's for sure. You're saying.
Definitely.
Okay. That's a good thing. And just before we get to the conclusion, I wanted to ask you, like, if someone like wanted to start music like right now, what would you think would be the best advice for them?
The best advice I'd tell someone who wants to start music is you need to be faithful. It needs to be something that you really want to do, because that's the whole industry in general, bro. It could be stressful, could give you a lot of depression and a lot of anxiety. So you need to be fit enough to deal with all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just gotta be fit. But I wouldn't like stop anyone that's trying to do it. I feel like do it, man. Music is such a great thing.
I see.
Do it. Yeah.
Okay. What's let's say I work this what you call it, the people that edit my video nights, the Great Studio, we also involve into cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
I myself sometimes go in the background when they're shooting music with the artists, upcoming artists. And most of the things they do when they are shooting music, they smoke, they drink, and then do all those things. Do you do it? No, but be honest, man, be honest.
I mean, we need to be in the mood, bro. We need to get the mood right. So yeah.
So like I'm talking about Zol. Mostly I see Zol.
Bro, I can't put that out there.
But only people can understand.
Yeah. Nah, man. I mean, drinking, sure. That I could put out there. I do drink even sometimes when I'm recording.
Okay.
Just to get into the mood, bro. It sets the mood right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Set the mood right.
It's just the mood setter.
Oh.
Yeah.
So when like you're shooting, you just
drink. I mean, it depends on why you drink. If you're drinking to get drunk, then you will get drunk and you will not shoot because you are drunk. But like we do it to get the mood right.
Or the mood right.
Yeah.
Like the inspiration must come.
Not really inspiration, but just when you're under the influence, you more of yourself.
Okay.
And you're not really shy of anything. You just
take out what you need to take.
Yeah.
But what influence are you gonna say is it? What
alcohol.
type of?
I mean alcohol.
Because behind everything there's a spirit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in the spirit form. Do you believe in ancestors? Do you believe in?
Yeah, I do believe in ancestors.
Okay. So when you're talking about a good mood, you're not yourself anymore.
You are yourself. I mean, apparently you're more of yourself when you're drunk.
When you're drunk. Don't you think spiritual, it have to do with spiritual?
Nah, I don't think so.
Really?
I really don't think so.
Eh.
I don't think so, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because one thing I know now, there is, when I was in high school, back in high school, dude, like, you're in a maths class. Break time, the guy was smoking Zol. Then when he comes back, dog, start answering questions like, you know,
Like he becomes smart.
he becomes smart and stuff. I
Yeah.
experience it like
Let me
personally.
tell you something about Zol. Zol is dopamine.
Okay.
Dopamine comes from, let me just say it's THC, and THC has
Yeah.
dopamine.
Mm.
So what dopamine does to your mind is it makes you think faster. It's not good, of course, but it just makes you think faster, and you are more ahead of you are more aware
Of
what's going on. And it also depends on the reason of why you're doing it, because there's some people that do it and they just start laughing
out of the blue.
out of the blue. They're laughing, they're acting. Those are people that can't control the dopamine.
Don't you think it's spirit? Dude, you can't just laugh out of the blue like that. Don't you
They
think
can't
it's
control
like
it, bro.
spirits? It involves spirits.
Nah, I don't think it's spirits, bro.
Oh.
Remember, that thing, it messes with the brain. It's either positive or negative,
Okay.
you know. And there are people that use it for negative effects. There are people that use it for positive effects.
So since you
I
said
know that weed chases away bad spirits.
weed chases away bad spirits.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that people use weed to chase away bad spirit.
Okay. Okay.
Spiritually.
Spiritually.
Yeah.
What type of religion is that?
I don't know, but I just know people that use weed to chase away spirits.
I think it's Angomas.
Nah,
I think it's Angomas.
it's not even Sangomas, bro.
Oh.
It's not even Sangomas.
What's Zion?
Not even Zion, bro.
I want to mention names.
I don't really know what religion it is, but like there are people out there that use
These guys.
Yeah.
What's
Mostly, I think it's the Asian South Americans. That's what I
Oh
know.
yeah.
Asian South
Jamaicans.
Jamaican.
Jamaicans use weed to speak to Jah. Jah is their god. I
Okay.
believe so.
Okay. No, I get you.
Yeah.
So you don't you think like when you now smoke weed, you also start speaking to spirits?
You don't speak to spirits, bro. You don't speak. I know this because I smoke weed, bro. And I don't experience nothing spiritually. I just stay locked in. You know, I smoke weed for a reason. I use it to lock in.
Lock in.
Yeah. So it just keeps me locked into what I'm doing,
Okay.
and it makes everything fun. It just makes whatever I'm doing fun.
Okay. I
You
hear
understand what I'm
you. I
saying?
hear you.
So yeah.
Okay. Now the last question which I wanted to ask, no, the second last question actually, and then we conclude. I think time is flying.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, if everything is said and done, how would you want the people to remember it?
Hardworking, bro. I always put hardworking first because that's what I want people to notice about me, bro. I just want to put in work, bro. And it's to a point where my mind even changed. It became a thing of I'm just doing music for the love of it, bro.
Yeah,
Even if it doesn't get me where I have to be, you know, I'm just going to keep doing it because I love doing it, bro. You know?
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So you said your music is coming up this Friday.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's out already.
No,
because
it's not out. I'm on
Today, I'm talking about like in
Oh.
the present. Like this podcast is already dropped.
Oh,
on
it's already
Friday.
dropped on Friday today.
So you say midnight?
Yeah, it's out. Yeah, midnight.
Okay.
That's the name of it.
Okay. Now I really enjoyed speaking to you, man. Even
Nah.
though we disagreed a lot on religion stuff.
Nah, me,
Especially
that one there,
marriage.
I must go and do my research. I don't believe, bro. I disagree on that, bro.
But what, in conclusion, what do you think adultery is?
Let's conclude it, but let's conclude it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with everything that we spoke about, you know, it's everything. I really understand, and I understand your point of view,
Yeah.
and I understand where you're standing as the upcoming artists, you know, who's about to take over this coming generation. And at a very young age, dog, how old are you? You want to put it out there?
Nah.
But I know, but like you're very young, dog, and
Yeah.
you know, there's still a lot of things that people need to learn about you.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I think one of the things we spoke about here it was religion. I wanted to tap into the spiritual
side of young
the spiritual
Mike, yeah.
side of young Mike.
I feel you.
And I you know, I'm happy with what we did right now, and I really appreciate you coming on the podcast. Actually.
I appreciate you for having me, man.
We really
Yeah.
appreciate you, man. And yeah, that's in conclusion. I don't know what you want to tell the people. I don't know, man. In anything you want the people to know about you. I don't know.
No, what I want the people to know is, let's keep the focus, guys. You know, whatever we're doing, let's keep doing it. Let's not stop for anybody. Just block out all the noise, and whatever it is that you're trying to do, go for it, man. At the end of the day, only you know your destiny. Yeah.
It's valid points.
Yeah.
Yeah, good people, thank you for joining us on this podcast. I actually brought your favorites. Just comment down below so that I want him to come here for the second time.
Nah, I'll come. when I get my research done, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna go and do research about all that stuff you're saying about girlfriends and kissing and stuff. Because I don't want. Nah, bro.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching us, and we enjoy. See you all on the next podcasts. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sharp.
And that's a wrap.
Hey, Mr. Young Mike.
Okay.